sorry. Emails is what it is.
To the 153rd hour of Adventurers Wanted.
Yeah!
Thank you for joining us for this hour. I'm just going to run through a couple of things just before we start. So just to let you know, this performance, like all of the performances, is a relaxed performance. So that just means we've got a relaxed attitude to any sound or movement from our audience members, just for the benefit of anyone who might not be able to be still or silent throughout the duration of the show. If at any point you do want to pop out, just head through the door at the back. It is just that way as well. There's some water and stuff out there. Feel free to come back in whenever you do want to. I'll be over here, so you can give me a shout if you need anything. We've got some audio headsets if anyone would like to use those. Sound-wise, there'll be some background music playing, but there'll be no loud bangs or anything. The lights should still exist. We're having a couple of issues this morning. They keep conking out, so I will run to put them back on as quickly as I can, but there will be lights on the stage at all points. I do apologise for my running. It is ridiculous. I will hand over to Chris, who is our GM for the night.
Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Adventurers Wanted. So, what are we doing? This is a tabletop role-playing game. For those of you who don't know what a tabletop role-playing game is, we are telling a story together. The four people to my left and right are playing characters in this world, and I play the world. I deal with everything that everyone they encounter, every situation they meet, the weather patterns, etc. do, and they tell me how they'd like to react to that, and we roll dice to see how spectacularly they succeed or fail. And it's happening in equal measure this morning, so it's a nice mixed bag today. The story of Adventurers Wanted so far. There's 153 hours of backstory, so I'm not going to try and catch you up on all of that. That would be crazy. But let me catch you up to a certain point. All of the players are the crew of a research vessel called the Spirit of the Horizon. The ship was taken to a strange new plane of existence by a spell they found on a stone tablet. They decided to cast this spell to escape an old god that was destroying their world. They are now in this new world trying to make allies, find friends, and make their way home as best they can. They've started finding pieces of this tablet that seems to do a similar thing and are attempting to return. However, at this point in time, they have been asked by a race known as the Katafu, who are tall, purple, giant-like things, not very giant, 7 foot, to help them free their temple from an god, their aspect of their god, that has manifested as a storm cloud and has taken over this temple that they're inside. At the moment, they are dealing with an invisible elemental creature that seems to have just slimed one of the party members. I think that's probably accurate, isn't it? So, can everyone go around the table and introduce themselves, their character, and what they do on board ship, please, starting with
So my name's Lee, I'm playing Zach, Halfling Rogue, and I am the Acquisitions Officer.
Yep.
I'm Kat, I'm playing Scarlet, who is a Tiefling Paladin, and I am the chaplain on board the ship.
Excellent.
I'm Chloe, I'm playing Relora. She is a half-elf bard, and she is currently the commander on the ship.
My name is Simon. I'm playing a fighter called Nomi Watts. He's a gnome, and he likes to fight.
That's a very accurate representation. Nomi Watts right there. Good. So, as we left the last hour, this elemental had just passed through you and left you coated in a strange sort of gooey, slimy substance. How does that make you feel?
Ick.
Ick. Ick is a very good word for it.
Like, I'm wearing chainmail and I'm covered in slime. I really
Correct.
don't like this thing.
Correct. You have indeed been slimed.
Yes.
You are now taking disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until you manage to get rid of said slime.
I did say I was ready to, as soon as I saw something,
Yes.
smash it over the head with my spiritual weapon.
Yes.
Can I smash it over the head with my spiritual
Make an
weapon?
attack roll and do give me that combat music, please. Thank you.
Straight.
Come on, roll something good. Oh no, sorry, that moved as I
Cocked, yeah,
moved.
do it again.
Hey, 21.
You absolutely hit it with the spiritual floating abacus that you created, so whack it over the head with the abacus.
I was trying to think of the
Kill it
natural
with
enemy
maths.
of books. That is 11.
11 points of damage. You indeed smack this floating, invisible to everyone else except her who cast detect magic to see it, floating green corporenti you've just bashed over the head.
Good.
Right.
I did also have a held action, but I'm assuming I still can't see anything.
Correct, you can attack with disadvantage. You've seen her be slimed, and you've seen Relora hit something, so go for it.
Disadvantage stops me.
Yeah.
19, that definitely hits. You are hidden, so it is sneak attack damage.
You're awful. I hate you.
Wow, that's a lot of very high rolls there.
35 again.
35 points of damage. The creature, you can't see it. All you can hear is this sort of horrible yowling noise as this arrow passes through it. And once again, it just goes, plops through the floor. And it's
I
gone.
tell everyone, because no one else can see it, that it's gone again through the floor.
Elahan walks up to you with an armful, this Katafu high priestess they're with, who's trying to solve this problem, walks out with an armful of scrolls and goes, "What on earth are you doing?"
We're fighting something we can't see.
I'm able to detect. I'm able to detect it. It passed through Scarlet.
Ugh,
Yes.
that's gross.
Yes.
Do you know what it would be? I mean, this is your library.
Some kind of ooze elemental, I presume. I don't know. Okay, let's keep an eye out for that, shall we?
I'm the only one who can.
Well, make sure you're keeping an eye out in that case, because none of us can see it, and it sounds like it might be a bother. A bother is what it would be, clearly. She.
Fine.
Sorry, I'm going to go back to hiding in the bookshelf.
Oh,
Be on top of one
rogues.
if I can.
I mean, I would make you roll for it, but you roll a 21 organically, so yeah. Boring rules point. Rogues at this level have an ability that means that they get a guaranteed roll of 10 on anything they're proficient in, so he is guaranteed to be very, very good at hiding constantly, so he is. I'm not going to make him roll for it. At which point, she takes the scrolls and goes, "I think I've sussed out what we need to do," and starts laying them out on the floor. And she kind of expects you to be looking over her shoulder and seeing, but you don't read her language, so she realizes this and goes, "I'm sorry, okay. These are from the writings of one Venk Gatekeeper. He says we need to find 3 items downstairs, and use them together. We need to find a censer of air elementals, that's in the Scholars of the Winds have that. A bowl of water elementals, which the Monks of the Waves have. We should be able to find a ball of force a bit further down. And then above us in the temple, there are 3 balls of lightning. Together, we should be able to use those to entrap the aspect of our god floating over the temple at the moment. Will you help me in this?"
I don't see that we have much choice.
She's kind of hurt by that. I mean, you are basically gods to them who helped them with a massive crisis
I'm
about
going to
100 hours
jump
ago.
down off the top of the bookshelf and go, "Of course we'll help you."
Oh, she likes that. She's pleased.
Can I try and save it? If,
Yeah.
Like, I see that she's hurt by me saying,
Yeah.
I guess we have no choice.
Yeah,
Because it's naturally our duty to help you.
that is true. It is. Make a charisma check. Flat charisma.
18.
Yeah, she buys that. Yeah. Bards. She's a massive fan of you guys and is like, "Okay, cool. Lovely. Right. Well, there are 1, 2, 3 items to collect downstairs. Do we want to all go together?
Yes.
Yeah.
It might be faster if we split up.
Relora looks at those that she can see and goes, "I think it's best we stay together."
Very well. All right. Tea. She leads you down 1 floor, back down to the 4th level of the temple. They're currently on the 5th, where the library is. And says, "Right, well, over there, to her left, is that is where the Scholars of the Winds have their room, and over there is the Monks of the Waves. We need something from each room. Where should we go?" Have you wiped the slime off yet?
No, I'm working on it.
Okay.
Is it raining outside along with storming?
Yes.
Okay. Is it just one more level down to get to the stage?
The outdoor stairs went up the outside to this level, so you kind of have 2 doors to your left and right.
Kind of just
Well, north and south. And
go outside and have a quick rain shower.
yeah, of course you can. That's absolutely fine. Sure.
And get the worst of the slime off, because
Sure, of course. Yeah.
I say we throw caution to the winds. Hey. That's fine.
That's fine. If you say so, of course. Roll a charisma check.
Oh yeah, charisma -1. That's a 9.
She gives you a sort of, yeah, okay. Let's go to the Scholars of the Winds, fine. So you make your way across to the room of the Scholars of the Winds. And as you walk in, it's a very airy room. There are various sort of chairs and nice things laid all out of the room. It's quite plush, quite pleasant. There are desks and places to work. There are also wide stairways going up the walls at various angles, mostly to collect scrolls off the walls that are there. You're looking for a sensor of air elementals. You can't see one at the moment.
Yeah, would we know what that looks like?
It looks like a sensor. A sensor is a hanging, it's a hanging golden orb on the end of a chain that you put liquid in and then spray around with it.
Oh, yes.
You may all make perception checks, investigation checks, whatever you'd like to try and discover. Let me know what skill you're using.
9 for perceiving.
Perceiving, it's a room.
Yeah.
9 for investigating.
You investigate the room.
17 for perception.
Oh, Nomi gets the look out. Nomi's eyes glance around the entire room. You can't see anything that looks sensor-like, but as you look up, you realise that there is no light fitting in this room. There are no torches, no sconces, no candles. Instead, a golden ball on the end of a chain is hanging from the roof and is emitting a low, dim light.
Also,
What did you roll?
Am I still got a disadvantage, or am I?
No, you've wiped the slime off.
Yeah.
In fact, you had something, you're now coming into the room watching
Yeah.
everyone else do it.
That's a 19 for investigating.
Ah, well, you see that this thing up there is definitely a sensor. You don't know if it's one of air elementals, but you realise what it is.
Could
What?
sorry.
You guys point it out?
Anything magical?
At the moment, no.
Okay.
I say to the priestess that we're with, could maybe that thing be it?
It's definitely a sensor.
Right?
Sure, it looks right to me. It's on the ceiling.
I can try and shoot it down.
I
Bow.
How
Shooting
high
a
are we
bow like
talking?
that?
Crossbow.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Okay.
it's a short bow.
Short bow.
It's like this. A really short bow.
Okay, that's option 1.
If
I
someone was
could
standing on
lift
someone else's
you-
shoulders, would that be high enough, or are we still quite a bit short?
Since you are 3 foot tall, he's 2 foot tall, she's about 6 foot tall, and you're about 6 foot tall. It depends on the combination.
Human pyramid it up.
I have the power to lift either of you up there with my telekinesis.
Do it. I'm ready.
The thing is that once you've done that, can you then also telekinesis the sensor, or will one of them just fall?
If they manage to pick up the sensor, then I can still carry the both.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Go.
That's how telekinesis works. You
Let's
want to
do
lift?
it.
You want
Yeah.
to lift Nomi up with telekinesis?
Well, like, Relora can't see your face, so yeah.
Go for it.
If Nomi's cool with that, then I cast telekinesis on Nomi, and I slowly lift him up to the ceiling so that he's within reach of the sensor.
Nomi, as you rise into the air, reaching out towards this thing, there's suddenly a bit of wind in this room. You're not reaching out anymore? You guys all realise that around you, there's wind swirling around you. And you're not quite sure what to make of that, but there is currently wind swirling around you.
Am I in reach of the sensor?
Do you want to be?
Yes.
As you make your way further up and up and up, I need everyone to make a strength saving throw, please.
18,
You can add +4 because of your lovely paladin.
22,
22,
15.
15, 9,
12.
12. I mean, in midair, was it 15?
It was.
In midair, you reach out towards the sensor and suddenly the sensor starts to move with the wind. So you can't quite grab it yet, but you're very, very close to it. You're not affected by this as suddenly this whirlwind picks both of you up and you are both thrown through the air. Where am I? You both take 10 points of damage as you are bashed around this room, knocked into various things as this whirlwind coalesces in the center room to this gigantic, again, elemental form, this time very clearly of air or wind, with a sort of largish face in the middle of it. Quite ghostly, quite terrifying, sort of looking at all of you going, hauling around, looking at all of you. And we enter initiative. Nomi, you go first.
If it's genuinely terrifying, yes.
Genuinely terrifying.
Could we have some more terrifying music?
No,
I don't feel terrified.
you probably shouldn't.
Okay.
In this obvious Ghostbusters parody. Good. So,
Fine, just checking.
so, Nomi, you do go first.
How far away is the thing?
It's beneath you at the moment and is glaring up at you.
Okay, can I shout, "Drop me!" and get my sword out, rapier out?
Okay, I mean, I trust Nomi because he's been good at this kind of stuff, so I just bring him down onto it.
You can't bring him down onto it as a reaction. You could stop casting your spell as a reaction.
Oh,
Do
but...
that!
Okay, I stopped I can't bring him down onto...
No, it's not your turn.
Okay, fine.
Ah! And I would strike it with the rapier.
Just one strike with the rapier straight down?
Do I get several?
You have
Yeah.
3
Yeah,
attacks in a
like,
turn, so...
Yeah, okay, I'll do all of them.
Which means if it's with the rapier one-handed, means you only get 3 attacks with the rapier.
Yep, that's fine.
Cool, go for it. He's a 2-weapon fighter. He's deciding to use one weapon. His choice.
Because it's cool. That's a natural
Oh.
1 there, so that's not
You
good.
literally fall through it with your rapier. Ah! And realize that there's no purchase because it's made of air and falls straight through and hit the deck for...
What about the other 2?
Not yet.
Not yet.
7 points of damage. But you also get up and start stabbing away as you go, so you get 2 more as you get up. Yeah, exactly.
So that's a 19, which is a
That
critical.
definitely hits. Yeah, and it's critical.
And a 15 plus 8.
Yeah, they both hit, so roll your damage and double the critical.
Okay. So that's 2, 8. Sorry, what was it for the critical? Double.
You double the dice.
So this is the critical. Oh, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15.
And the other one is 7.
7. So 22 in total. Is that right? Yeah.
I'm dueling because it's one-handed, so I get +2 bonus to damage.
You were already hitting it, so it doesn't... No, is it damage as well?
Yeah, plus
Yeah.
bonus to damage rolls.
So it's 26 points of damage.
Yes.
As you slash it twice with your rapier. Lovely. Doesn't look very happy. It does sound like that, though. Right, so it is now Zach's turn. Zach, you've just been whacked into a bookshelf. Again.
Pick myself up off the floor.
Yeah.
Can I see a thing? Is there actually an entity
There is an entity, yes.
Uh,
It is made up of wind, so it's not particularly easy to see, but there is something there that you can definitely target.
yeah. I wonder if the bow's the best option here. I'll give it a go.
Sure, go for it. Yeah, I'm afraid you attack with disadvantage because you're shooting a bow into wind.
Yeah. Oh, is there anything to hide behind in this room?
Yeah, tons of stuff. It's all been knocked around now. There's tables, chairs,
In which case,
sofas.
before I make the attack, I'll move and hide.
Yep, and you hide from it because passive perception is way lower than 21. Go for it.
So I'll
you're hidden.
cancel out the disadvantage and just roll the normal attack.
Yep, roll normal attack and then sneak attack damage if you hit.
20, 14.
You definitely hit it, so roll the sneak attack damage.
Oh, for his sake.
That's not as good.
Thank heavens.
26.
26 points of damage. Excellent. It is definitely taking a pounding from you guys, that's for sure. The arrow curves out and doesn't get torn away by the wind, manages to curve its way back in with a very clever shot to go right through the centre of it and do significant damage. Relora, it's your turn.
Having seen how well Nomi's been doing in
Mhm.
terms of just attacking with kind of rapier and stuff.
Sure, the sensor is still hanging there at the top of the room.
Yes, I want to deal with the strange wind elemental first.
Sure, it's a
so
sensor of air elementals.
Okay, should I roll intelligence to see if Aurora
Yeah.
realizes this?
I think
Because
that's a
she's
fair
not
assessment.
clever. 2.
No, you don't realise that, do you?
Yeah.
No.
She comes at it with her rapier.
Yep.
And because she's not that imaginative today, I mean, she's been hitting things with spades and abacuses.
Also true.
She casts Spiritual Weapon, which is another rapier.
And you make 2 strikes.
Yeah.
So make a normal attack roll, then add the attack roll for the for the spiritual weapon as well.
That's 12.
Doesn't hit.
That's 11.
No.
Not doing
Hitting
well.
air. Just hitting air.
Yeah, and but she runs like straight. If she goes, it's like she wants. She's really not having a good day. She runs straight through because she wants to try and get distance from it.
Sure.
That seems
As you
like
run
this-
through it, this sort of odd face that's forming in the centre of it, as you run through, you sort of run through the face, sort of. It doesn't really know quite what to make of that because you did nothing to it. Just
Yeah.
ran straight through it. Okay. It is now Elahan's turn, who will look at all of you somewhat perplexedly, and she is going to cast Freedom of Movement on herself and start trying to climb the walls to get to the sensor, which she does. She's not quite there yet, but she is climbing up the walls. Scarlet, it's your turn.
I'm gonna go with the double warhammer attack again.
Go for it.
No.
It's one. You got a second attack,
Yeah.
thank heavens.
Yeah, that's more like it. 22.
22, you definitely hit. So you get the 1d8 extra for Divine Smite automatically, but
Yep.
you are welcome to add on more of the spell points if you'd like
And I
to.
was also gonna add the dueling.
Yeah, the +2.
So that's +2. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13 points of damage as you strike up with your Warhammer, glowing with Holy Paladin light as, boom, you just blast through it. And you are definitely taking it down a peg. And it still just takes us and looks around confusedly at all of you. It's now its turn. It looks at all of you, kind of confused, like it's trying to scare you off, and you guys have started actually hitting it, which it wasn't really expecting. It sees that Elahan is climbing up towards the sensor, sees she's a Katafu as well, and sort of picks up the sensor and pulls down to the middle of the room, sort of looking at you all with kind of... The end of its turn.
Huh.
No me.
Okay, so it's not attacking right now.
No, never was.
That might have been my bad. I just say, I put my rapier down and put the whip back on my belt.
Sure.
And I try and communicate. And I say, I'm sorry about dropping on you. Can we maybe have that?
You're going to have to roll a persuasion check because you hit it.
I really did. Persuasion at -1. That's a 2.
It doesn't speak your language. It just looks at you with kind of a... End of your turn.
Yeah.
Zach.
So it's holding the thing.
Yeah.
I want to hide as my bonus action and then try and pilfer it out its hand.
You can do that. Sure, you're absolutely welcome to do that. So your hide is automatically a 21, so that succeeds. Well, let's have a sleight of hand roll from you, please.
25.
And I rolled an 18 and all. Suddenly, this sensor isn't there anymore.
Oh,
It's gone, and it sort of disappeared, like it was just nicked by someone really, really stealthily. As you touch it, it's cold to the touch. It's gold inlaid sensor. As you touch it, it sort of falls into your hand. As you hold it, the elemental, even though you're hiding,
Yeah.
looks at you, winks, and fades away.
Thanks.
Elahan-
Sorry.
Elahan, halfway up the wall, looks at you and goes, starts climbing down again. Well, that's one.
I'm gonna literally just casually walk out of the place I'm hiding from. And once Elahan's down off the ground, I'm literally just gonna casually toss it in her direction.
She tries to catch it off you, fumbles in, it hits the floor with a dum dum dum. She just, okay, right. Picks it up. Be more careful with these. They're holy relics. Puts it in her pocket of her cloak.
Okay, so that's one. Let's go to the next room.
Across the way is the home of the monks of the waves.
Oh, great.
And this is we're looking for a bowl of water elemental.
Yes, you are.
How many bowls of water are in this room?
Can I suggest we don't attack
Don't
the thing
preempt me.
unless it attacks us first?
Seems wise.
Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, that seemed to work out.
Yeah.
You walk into the home of the monks of the waves, and as preempted, there's a deep pool of water in the centre of the room. Now, this is a building, so it's not like it's very deep. It's about 5 feet deep at its greatest point, but it is very much a very deep bowl, and arrayed around the edges of various vases, bowls. A lot of those sort of Chinese waterfall things, like just constant flowing water going around them. Though in this universe they are magical, obviously. So there's a lot of running water. There are various bowls and items of some sort of description. You are welcome to perceive, investigate, whatever you'd like to do. Tell me what you'd like to do.
I'm going to have an investigate.
Do it.
I'm not going to have an investigate.
You see water, lots of water.
Would Arcana do
Yeah,
it?
of course it would.
Or 17.
The whole room, is your tech magic still on for you?
No, I had to drop it when I did telekinesis.
Okay. The Arcana check shows that this room is indeed quite magical. There is magic glowing from everything, including the centre of the room. But the bowls around the edge all seem to glow faintly with something or other.
None of them glow more than the other.
No.
Right.
I'm going to investigate these vases, bowls, and I'm going to try and discern with maybe religion which one might be the right one.
Go for it.
13.
These bowls are all decorated with various different things, mostly sea-themed, pretty obviously.
Yeah.
Like one's got dolphins, one's got whales, like stuff. One of them very clearly has symbology of a humanoid figure on it.
Is that the only humanoid?
Yes.
Can I point to that one and say to the priestess, does this look important to you?
We are in a holy room of our temple. Everything in here is important.
Okay, yeah, but more important than maybe, say, this one with the dolphin on it.
Did you pick it up?
No.
He just pointed at it.
That's his point.
He goes, well, that is... I don't know what that is. But it is useful as part of the... I'm not a monk of the waves. I have no idea what these things do.
Okay. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and maybe try and get some of this water with this bottle with the human on it.
So you pick up the bowl with the human on it, and the entire basin of water starts to pull itself together in a whirlpool.
I put it down.
And it flattens out again.
It's not that one, guys. Or maybe it is.
My instinct is that means that it is that one. Should Relora try to see if she can be clever again?
Yeah, of course.
10.
It might be that one.
Watching all of this going on, I'm going to walk up, pick up the same one that he has just picked up.
All starts to come together.
I'm literally just going to stand there, and I'm assuming a form is
Yes, it
created.
forms up into this column of water with, again, a large watery face in it that looks at you.
And I'm just going to quizzically kind of try and gesture through some form of mime or interpretive dance. This one.
I'm
It
behind
looks
him
at you.
doing this. Get in the bottle.
You say to it, get in the bottle.
Please.
Make a DC 15 strength saving throw, please.
It's a 19 on the dice. So
Oh. You are simply pushed back as this wall of water comes towards you and pushes you up against the side. You are now trapped by this wall of water, this creature holding you against the side. Still holding the bowl, going,
I'm going to try and drop the ball.
You drop the bowl. As you drop it, goes back to the middle again. And you drop the ball. You drop the ball, so back into a flat pool.
Wait, so the ball's still on the ground. It's not where it was initially held.
No, it's just on the ground.
It's just on the ground.
Yep.
I want to try and cast telekinesis,
Mm-hmm.
and I just want to drag it along the ground towards where we are.
Okay. As
I'm
you
not
Feel
picking
like
it
we're
up.
barking up the wrong tree.
I'm not picking it up. I'm just dragging it along, and no one's touching it technically.
as you drag the ball out of the
And then there's
bowl,
a really awkward noise of it
Like-
scraping across the floor.
as that
It's
happens,
really awkward.
the pillar of water doesn't reform fully, just like a little bit comes up, and what you get is just a torso going.
I keep pulling it because this is still something. He hasn't flattened me against a wall. Is he about to flatten me against a wall?
Nope, it reaches out, so a pseudopod of water reaches out and just flicks it back and it rolls around the edge of the room.
Wait, is there not like a strength?
There can be,
contest there?
very much so.
Yeah, I want to.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not strong. 10.
It's all right, I rolled a 1. So, there's a sort of battle of wills going on right now with the bowl being doing anything.
And I give it, because it gave me that look, I give it a similar look back of like,
Doesn't have a head, it's just a torso.
oh right, sorry.
So Relora's currently in a strength duel over this particular bowl.
What happens when I'm going to pick up one of the other bowls? That
Yeah,
has, like,
maybe
a
we
seal
should
or
try
something
that.
on it?
Pick up a bowl with a seal on it.
Yeah.
The element you see, it's sort of trying to attack you as well, but sort of doesn't really have enough distance. Sort of,
I pick up another bowl.
it's getting really irate now.
I pick up loads of them.
You pick up
Take all the bowls.
Alejandro goes, that's probably not a good idea. As suddenly it starts to spread out and try and cover the entire wall. You all need to make DC 15 strength saving
Can I
throws.
climb the wall
good.
instead?
No.
We don't get any kind of
Plus
benefit
4 from
on-
her.
Oh, plus 4.
Still nothing.
19.
19,
6.
6, 10,
10.
10. Nomi, you managed to get through this wall of water and you're standing by yourself in the middle of this room where the elemental sort of fills the wall. Your friends, including the High Priestess, are all trapped in a wall of water and, unless something happens very soon, are going to start drowning.
What do I do?
Make a perception check.
20.
20.
Yeah.
And the lights go out for it.
Everyone dies. No. As you look into the center of this depression in the floor, there is a bowl in the center of this depression, which would have been underwater.
I see it go down and I slowly pick that one up.
As you pick it up, how tall are you?
2 foot.
Excellent. As you pick it up,
In a 5-foot pool.
as you pick it up, it comes down, it reforms into this pool. You guys are all fine. You are currently underwater. You're fine. It's only 5 feet.
Got it!
And the water seems to be calm. Everything seems to be fine.
I climb out the pool
Yep.
and I scoop up a bit of the water with the bowl
Okay.
and I give it to the priestess.
She takes it from you. Should we continue?
I guess this is it, right?
You've got the bowl, yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent, good.
Okay.
Right.
Good, we're making good progress. This is excellent.
You're drinking a water elemental.
They're made of water. It's fine. There are no trace elements in water elementals. It's actually quite healthy. So,
It's good. I recommend it.
so with the bowl, which you're currently carrying, Naomi, and with the sensor, which Elahan's currently carrying herself, you walk out to the middle and she goes, right, we need to go one level down to find this ball of force. It'll be in the carpenter's workshop. That means going outside again.
All right.
Alright.
Let's do it.
You guys are still protected from lightning, just because like that lasts
Yours is
an
about to
hour.
wear off,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you'll be able to be
We'll have just
protected from
enough
this walk. So to get to this next bit, they have to go outside. The walkways are around the outside of the temple and then go back in again. As you make your way down, there is still a storm raging. There is thunder, lightning. Need everyone to make dexterity and strength saving throws. So dex first, everybody, please.
With the plus 4,
With a +4.
19.
Sure.
30.
13.
30.
30. Sure.
23.
23.
26.
26. Lightning bolts strike all around you, none of them hit you. Strength saving throws now to hang on as this storm rages.
12.
It's not terrible.
11.
18. 13. Oh dear. As you walk, the three of you, suddenly you realize this is very slippery, and as Nomi starts to go, and Relora tries to grab him and starts to go, and Scarlet tries to grab him and starts to go, suddenly, Nomi, you're hanging whoop, with 3 people all holding you up, and you're currently holding on to the walkway, holding the 2 of them as they've fallen off the side and are now dangling over the edge. It's a long way down. It's 3 stories up.
I don't want to be the little help guy, but little help.
I
mean, little being the opposite.
kind of look over at Alohan and go, can you do anything to help them?
I could heal them if they fall.
Yeah, let's not do that right now.
Don't worry, I have a very powerful healing spell.
Yeah, it doesn't make me feel great, but
I'm
okay.
going to assume I have a pack with some rope in it.
Would a requisitions officer have a pack with a rope in it?
The captain has asked everyone to kind of be on guard in case they get teleported off the ship.
His exact words were, make sure you're carrying weapons and wearing armour.
So no.
Commander might have that people also think outside the box and not just with weapons.
Roll a constitution saving throw.
What?
Yeah.
No, but I haven't referenced anything out of world. 6.
6. You take 2d4 damage for trying to retcon. There we go.
Fine.
That's 3 points of damage for you for retconning. That's what happened there. Good.
Fine.
Normie, do you think you can climb up us to get...
Yeah. I put the bowl in my leather, in my armor, and I start climbing up. And I
Okay.
put my hand on my foot in an elbow, groin. It's not graceful, but
Yeah.
An elbow and a groin.
both at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
If practiced, it would have been impressive, but it's just random.
All right, roll an athletics check.
Relora just grimly accepts this.
Oh, 20.
Yeah, you do this with comparative ease, despite... I mean, you're kind of doing face, elbow, groin on purpose. Like, you're kind of like, this is a great opportunity to just kick her while she's down.
I'm sorry.
Nomi's a prick, I'm allowed to do that.
Yeah.
So Nomi's now up on the side and okay. You could probably pull Relora up with a strength check if you wanted to.
Try and do that.
Yeah.
At that point, I'm going to maybe try and help.
Oh, then
Can
roll
I
with
assist?
advantage.
Yeah.
So you get a second roll.
Yeah, we'll take the first one. So it would be 13.
13. There's a definite yank, and you are managing to get her up, but it's not the most graceful thing in the world. Can you roll me either strength, athletics, or acrobatics, please?
Acrobatics,
Yes.
I will. 12.
I think you should get new dice, babe.
Quite possibly.
As you pull up, and you do manage to go, it's not graceful at all, but you do manage to get pulled back up onto the walkway, and you are fine. And you can continue down to level 3, which is where you are going. So, on level 3, it is a workshop. It is where they keep all their stuff for building ships, which is what they're using at the moment, stuff they had down by the docks to fix your ship. So they are currently, there's tools everywhere. It's a complete mess. Like, there's rubbish everywhere. There's bits of this, bits of that, shipbuilding materials, so pins, nails, bits of wood, lathes, anything you can imagine is just lying around here in a complete mishmash because it was left in some hurry. Which I'd like to do.
I'm going to try investigating again.
Okay,
Investigate that shit.
I'm going to do a perception.
sure.
9.
9, there's a lot of stuff.
See,
20.
20. What did you get?
18.
18?
Are there any contraptions that look like they should be like powered by anything?
Oh, interesting. Roll for an investigation check. Perception, it's a big room full of stuff. You're going to have to go a bit more deeper than just looking. You see a lot of different things. There's an awful lot of stuff lying around, but it could be anything. You're not aware of how they work or what they operate. You recognise a lathe. Everyone recognises a lathe.
That's a lathe.
Correct. No, yeah, there we go.
Thank you, Nomi. Your
I believe
contribution's
there are some
appreciated.
various constructs which I have no idea what they do with a
7.
7.
There are various things you have no idea what they do, but they are obviously used for building ships, and that's what you have lying around.
I also want to ask if Elahan has any idea whereabouts the room it is.
I'm not a shipbuilder. I have no idea at all. I mean,
But it's an orb we're looking for.
yes, it's called a ball of force. It's just a small fist-sized ball, glass.
Glass.
Yeah, it's made of glass. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I start looking around.
I start picking things up.
Cool. Laura, what do you do?
She doesn't want to use those more spell points, but she doesn't really like the idea of just looking in amongst all of this stuff. So she's gonna go on her good old fallback and try to detect some magic in the hope that it will reveal where this orb is.
Cool. You cast Detect Magic. As you cast Detect Magic, when you're picking things up, a lathe floats off the desk in front of you, and you see the same green figure as before going, picking it up and about to chuck it at Zach.
The lathe!
I quickly shout, it's the same one from the library, it's there. I assume that's all I
Can I
can do
attack
with my
it?
time.
You can react to the attack, but that's all you can do. So you can see the attack coming, so you take half damage
Well, yeah.
if it hits you. Where's my 20-sided die? There it is. This lathe is chucked to you, but really badly. Just bounces off your chest and does no damage at all. You hear and something goes flying away from you. You can see it moving across the room towards Nomi.
Okay, I just keep shouting out, basically, and pointing as to where it is so that everyone knows.
Cool.
at
So
all
we enter
times.
initiative. Nomi, you're being pointed out where something is for you to attack. What do you do?
I attack.
Oh, okay. Right, make attack roll.
Okay. I'm going to attack with all my attacks.
Okay. That's 6 attacks.
So that's 3. These are the rapier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a critical on a 19.
Uh-huh.
8, 9, 10, 11.
That doesn't hit.
And 13, 14, 15.
That does, yeah.
Yeah. So that's 2 hits with the rapier. Do you want to do damage before the whip?
No, do the whip as well. Let's do it all in one go.
And then the 3 with the whip. A 2. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 8, 9, 10, 11, 13.
13. Everything above 15 hits, so
So just those 2 with the rapier.
just those 2 with the rapier, yeah.
Alright. Bum. And that's... I get, with the critical, do I get
You double the dice roll.
double? So that was 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23.
23 points of damage. You strike it hard, and you know you hit something by jabbing into the air. Definitely hit something, and it's there going, and it's clearly not very happy. As you guys watch, it stops being invisible, and this floating.
Do I know that it stopped being invisible to everyone else?
No,
Okay, I'm still saying where it is as though no one else can see it.
and in midair is this sort of smallish humanoid figure. It looks like a small humanoid. It's about 2 feet tall, much the same size as yourself, Naomi. And it glows slightly sickly green, but in the air, she sees it as bright green because of Detect Magic, but in the air it just seems to be a slight little green glow to it as it looks at you rather mournfully with it.
I kind of go, okay. I put my rapier back and my whip in my pocket, and I
Okay.
sort of make the sign of, I'm not going to hurt you. And I say, well, I won't speak my language, but I say, we're looking for something. I'm sorry I hit you. Can you help us?
Roll a persuasion check.
Yeah. That's a 5.
It looks at you and runs straight through you and through the wall behind you. You are slimed.
Slimed.
Slimed. It's gone again.
I'm still saying that it's gone because no one's given any real indication.
Nomi's very clearly spoke to it.
I'm just confused by that.
Okay.
It's a little man. He's green. I swear I
You
saw a
can
little
see-
green man.
I'm not crazy. Okay.
Good. We still need to look for this ball of force.
Yeah, I guess. And I don't have any. There's no glow from the orb because of Detect Magic.
There are
sound
various
magical.
glows around the room of various items that appear to be magical, but
I kind of go to different glows and basically try to find the right one.
there's clearly some magical tools that are used, like a magical hammer and stuff like that. And
Oh, can I pick up the magical hammer and put it in my bag? I want to give it as a present to the captain.
I mean,
'cause he
no,
likes
it's
anything.
it's not a maul or a warhammer.
but
It is
like,
literally
I think
a
he'll
tiny
find,
hammer.
I think he'll find a tiny magical hammer like a nice gesture.
Sure.
So
You think it'll make him happy?
yeah. I mean, I'm annoyed with him at the moment, but I do kind of go. I think that would be something he'd appreciate. So
You pick up the item, which when Elahan comes over and says, "Excuse me, what are you doing?"
this would be useful in repairing our ship.
Make a deception check. Thank you.
24.
Nice.
She goes, oh, okay, well, in that case, take it.
How to get away with thieving.
You make your way through the room, and buried in the bottom of a barrel full of detritus, you find this glass orb just there. Like, it's clearly not a special item, it's just something they have around.
I pick it up.
Cool, nothing happens.
Can I work out that she's been like looking at specific items around the room?
Yes, of course you can.
Cool.
I mean, it wouldn't take a scientist.
About 30 seconds after she's moved away from it,
Yeah.
and Alohan's not looking in our direction.
Yes.
I'm going to pick them up.
Pick what up?
The various
I've looked
tools.
at.
And
You only looked at the hammer and the orb, so...
I was just in between different
Yeah, but you had
oh,
one
which
for the
case
hammer.
then,
and across the orb.
I'll take the hammer then.
She's got the hammer.
Got the hammer.
Oh, you've got it. That's fine then.
No.
You can pick up anything you like. I mean,
Otherwise
anything in this room could be
Yeah,
magical.
but I don't know what's magical.
also
Does
true.
anything in here look valuable?
Roll an Arcana check.
Ten.
10.
No.
That lathe looks really good.
Cool, I pick up and pocket it on principle.
Right down to your equipment, you have a lathe. Just a lathe. Not magical in any way, shape, or form. It's just a lathe.
really chuffed with himself.
Yep.
You could probably chuck it at something later.
I was going to chuck it at that guy.
Chuck a lathe. Cool. Which when Elahan takes the orb from you and goes, right, excellent. Now we just need the balls of lightning and then we can go to the roof. We're going into the temple. It's a holy place. Now you've done a sterling job so far, but I must insist again that you respect our religion and that we don't attack anything, no matter what happens. Wait until it attacks us first, please. It is very important that we do not anger our god.
You guys are not already angry.
No, this is the natural anger of the storm. We don't want it to... The storm is angry. Of course the storm is angry. The storm is always angry, but we don't want to anger it.
I just nod, not having an idea what's going on. I just nod.
She just goes, back to you.
I taught her how to do that.
She thinks it means yes.
I think she knows what it means.
No, she's a fangirl. She loves it. She's very excited. So you make your way back up the outside. I'll make you roll again. And then back up the inside, back up the central stairway as you're making your way further up the building. You pass a sixth floor, which is very clearly a council chamber. There are lots of arrayed chairs and places for people to sit and talk, and it's evidently where they do a lot of their administrative work. But as you reach the seventh level, the stairwell stops and you come to a flat surface. Everyone make perception checks, please.
8.
11. Oh, is that +4 as well?
There's a check, so no.
Check.
Oh,
17.
17?
5.
5. Scarlett, you're the only one who sees this. The others step out and sort of dealing with the stairs and frustrated, whereas you actually come out first. And as you walk into this room, beautiful gold filigree, like the outside of the building floor. So gold filigree laid into stone of these gusts of wind and storm clouds. And this is very much a temple of the storm, and it's clear this is a very holy place. You as a chaplain, of course, are very aware of these holy things and want to make sure that you show deference and respect. In the center of the room is a golden statue of, I mean, it must be their god. It looks nothing like them. Where the Katafu are quite tall and quite coarse and quite brutish, this is a very tall, very, very attractive man. Their god, evidently. And you know this from your studies. You know that this is a clear representation of the god. And as you look at the walls around you, you realize that there is a constant whistling noise. The wall is pinpricked with holes, like pumice, and there is clearly wind and the storm outside coming in through all of these different side bits. And as you look above the statue, there is an orb in the ceiling, a gigantic ball that seems to crackle with energy. You also see that there are various sconces, 3 in fact, around the side of the room, all of which containing smaller balls that don't seem to be doing anything at the moment. What would you like to do?
I speak to the priestess.
Mm-hmm.
I say, how would your god feel about me climbing on him?
Not good.
Gotcha.
I ask her what the other orbs are.
These are the orbs of lightning. These is what we must collect.
All of them.
Not the one in the ceiling. The one in the ceiling is an incredibly powerful artifact, and if you touch that, you'd be incinerated. So I recommend not touching that. But the 3 around the edge, we must collect. I've never taken one out of its sconce before, but it's what we must do. It's written in the book, so
I say we do it all together at the same
You're
time.
protected from lightning at this point, aren't you?
yeah,
Yes.
you're not anymore, but he is.
Okay.
I volunteer, Nomi, to do this thing.
Likewise.
Okay, I'm going to take one for the team. First time ever.
Really,
Usually pretty selfish.
that's Alahan talking. Really. Right, do you want to go and try and grab one of these orbs?
Yes.
Cool. Where is everyone else at this point?
Standing at a scientific distance.
About 15 feet away?
Yeah.
Super.
Yeah,
Hiding by the
similarly.
stairwell.
Elahan is too. She has no idea what's going to happen.
I look over at the group.
Yeah.
Here I go.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
10,
Plus 4 from her.
14.
Yeah, it's 2, so it's not enough.
I
As-
reroll,
No,
but I'm
indomitable. You
Indomitable.
are fine. Re-roll.
18 plus 4.
You grab this ball of lightning, and suddenly, from the roof, a lightning bolt strikes the statue, and all 3 balls are hit by lightning. It doesn't hit you because you managed to, as it hits the ball in front of you, but you manage to pull the ball out, which is now glowing with lightning energy. As you do this and hold it in front of you, the head of the statue suddenly moves and looks at you. And that's where we're going to end this hour of Adventurers Wanted. Thank you very much, guys. Kat, I pass over to you.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us for this hour. Please do feel free to come back. As I say, we are here. It's 250 hours altogether, so we have got so many more to go. You can come back and watch if you want to do that, or if you do want to play, then you can book a player ticket as well. You can either do that down at the box office or on the Sweet website.
Yep.
So give it a bash. We are live streaming on twitch.tv/Adventurers Wanted. So if you're not here, you can always kind of catch up online. And we're like live tweeting at Adventurers 250, so you can follow what's happening that way. I'm going to quickly flip over to this one.
Yeah.
Show to plug.
You do your
Yeah.
pitching.
So I'm doing 2 shows at the Edinburgh Fringe. One's called Mars Actually, the other's called the Jurassic Parks. It's my company's Superbolt Theatre, and we're on every night. It's sort of alternating nights. Tonight is the Jurassic Parks, tomorrow is Mars Actually, and they're fun, physical comedies with a lot of heart.
Super.
Wonderful. Not everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
So, well, thank you so much for joining us. Please do feel free to come back. So spread the word, follow us, and hopefully we'll see you again.
Cheers, guys. Thank you very much.
Cheers. Have a good day. That was good.
Bye, live stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.